Namo Phat, good morning. Thank you for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The third mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by sexual misconduct, I vow to cultivate responsibility and learn ways to protect the safety and integrity of individuals, couples, families, and society. I'm determined not to engage in sexual relations without love and a long-term commitment. To preserve the happiness of myself and others, I'm determined to respect my commitments and the commitments of others. I will do everything in my power to protect children from sexual abuse and to prevent couples and families from being broken by sexual misconduct. Our Dharma reading today is The Dhamma of Contentment by Lumpur Pasano. This is from Beginning Our Day by the monastics of Abhayagiri Monastery. Contentment is a good theme for all of us to consider. In doing so, we want to learn how to be content with the circumstances around us, as well as with our own minds internally. Most of the agitation, negativity, and fault-finding that the mind cranks out is not so much about any big event that's happening outside. Almost invariably, it is a lack of internal contentment. When the mind is internally unable to find contentment, externally it finds something to be excited about, upset about, agitated about, or have an opinion about. It's usually really believable. We come up with the logic and all of the good reasons to justify our states of mind. There are plenty of good reasons if we look for them, but oftentimes what's overlooked is the question, why can't I be content with this present moment, with this circumstances, with my mind and feelings as they are? This is a very important investigation. It's a fundamental basis for progress in practice. Until we learn how to direct our attention in that way, we're almost always driven by discontent and end up being caught up in some sort of sensual fantasy or internal rant or something that, at the very least, takes us out of the present moment. The challenge is to be able to draw attention to what's arising and investigate. How can I be content with this present moment? How can I be content with myself? When the Buddha talked about being a refuge unto ourselves and taking Dhamma as a refuge, he didn't mean that we take refuge in the Dhamma of discontent. Our refuge is in the Dhamma of contentment, the ability to not be pulled away from the present moment. This is absolutely essential when we're talking about meditation. For the mind to become settled, peaceful, and still, we need to have the ability to be content with the breath or some other meditation object. In the suttas, the Buddha describes contentment as one of the characteristics of a great being, or a noble one, an Arya. We learn to be content with our robes, alms food, lodging, and with our cultivation, our development of meditation. This aspect of contentment is a fruitful area for investigation. We can experiment with it and find ways to draw our hearts closer to that quality. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thanks so much for joining me today.